And the starting lineup for Belgium is the first batter Sam Wellen. Second batter is Westman. Third batter with number 10, Rowan. Fourth batter, Tim Beran.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Municipal Stadium in Brno for the first broadcast from this year's Under-23 European Championship. My name is Jakub Kopčeva and I'm here with Richard Kania. Hello Richard, how are you?
Hi, good afternoon.
We are about to witness the first game of today's program here at the stadium in Brno, featuring Ukraine and Belgium. I believe we are about to hear the national anthems soon, I guess. The umpires are lining up and they're being introduced by the local PA announcer. We'll get you their names as soon as they appear on the play-by-play app. But now for the anthems.
Thank you, and now anthem of Belgium.
So these have been the national anthems of the two teams. The Ukraine will be the visiting team, so they'll be batting first in this game. Belgium will be taking the field shortly, but first it seems there will be a pre-game ceremony of sorts. I believe that's the manager of the local team.
Yes, that is Arno Šťastňál. And we're gonna see the opening pitch.
There it comes, and that will be called a strike. So I guess that's one of his children, or one of the local children. Who knows?
Probably. I would say it might be his son. And Arnie's very proud of him. He coaches him also, so he's a pretty talented.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent throw for a guy this small. So let's have a quick look at the starting lineups. Starting with Team Ukraine, who will be batting first. We'll have Ilya Veliki batting first, playing center field. Georgi Hristishvili playing second. Konstantin Boyko playing first. Denny Brechko playing third. Jantalai, the catcher. Chukas, the shortstop, the designated hitter Dmitro Krupchenko. The right fielder Alexander Soritiani. Left fielder Vladislav Kosenko. And the pitcher, who's not batting, player number 9, Vitaly Shukhri. And the Belgian team are going to do their pregame chant, I guess, before they take the field. Quick look around the horn for Team Belgium. The pitcher is Drew Janssen, number 7. Catching him, Axel Pullmans. Playing first, Lino Ballardini. Playing second, Lucas Rizzi. Playing third, Tim Ferarchert. The shortstop, Robin Ruvens. Left field, Benjamin Goffo. Playing center, batting first, Sam Boelens. And right field, Ives Pusmans. The designated hitter is Brian Valdez. So what would you expect from this game, Richard?
I think we're going to witness a very interesting game because I would say Belgium is a candidate of the medal round, but at the same time Ukraine has 9 players in their lineup that appeared last week in their senior team playing the B pool qualifier in Neska Gorka.
How did they do at that tournament?
They were pretty unlucky because there were 2 finalists, Russia and Lithuania, and the rest of the teams, there were a 4-way tie, so Ukraine dropped from the B pool to C pool. But at the same time, a large number of players from Ukraine won last year the European Championship Under 21, which was held in Israel.
So a lot of experience in this young team, I guess. What would you have to say about Team Belgium then?
I would say Belgium made a big progress, so they're a little bit probably better off. And I would guess that whoever scores first will have a much better chance to win.
All right. Let's have a quick look at the starting pitcher. It's player number 7, Drew Janssen. A right-handed pitcher. He's going to take his warm-up pitches.
And Drew Janssen is one of the 2 players that appeared last year in the senior national team of Belgium that played in the A pool. The other one is the right fielder, Yves Rousmans.
So that's even more experience for these guys. How did Belgium do last year at the men's Euros?
They were not in the medal rounds, but they stayed in the A pool. The only 2 teams that went down were Russia and Greece. And surprisingly, Greece also dropped from the B pool this year.
What happened? Do you have any idea?
Yes, they don't have enough money now to bring all the imports, so they're a little bit falling behind, but still they have a chance to make it to the A pool in 2019 and maybe even qualify for the Olympic Games, but you never know with countries like Greece. It's a big question mark.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can always bring a bunch of players from the U.S. Who have some Greek heritage. We'll see how that goes, but let's focus now on the game at hand. The warm-up pitches are over, throw to second, and we'll be ready to see the first batter, and that'll be Ilya Veliki, the center fielder. So the first game of D pool ready to start here at the Municipal Stadium in lovely town or city of Brno. We've got some lovely weather for baseball. sunny, light breeze. So let's see what happens with the first pitch of the game. And that misses low and outside. Now the 1-0 delivery. And that gets a piece of the zone for strike one. 1-1 the count on Veliki.
Since he's a center fielder, maybe we can expect some drag bunt or something.
That one gets away from the catcher, so the count now 2-1.
Goal!
So this third base coach, that is Oleg Boyko, whom you mentioned before the game.
Yes, I would guess so.
He said that he's been around for as long as you remember.
Yes, he was even taking, when I was playing, the first shot to the center field, but easy fly ball.
That was straight to where the center fielder was standing for out number one, and that will bring up batter number 2. That is Rishtvishvili. I apologize to any of the players who will be watching this later for butchering their names. We'll be trying to do as good a job as possible. So in the batter's box now, the right-handed batter number 17, and the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike one. Pretty good speed on that fastball by Janssen. And that's hit sharply into left field, and the liner is caught for out number 2. Pretty good contact by the batter, good line drive, but again right to where the fielder was standing.
And this won't happen to you at golf course, right? If you hit a shot, there's nobody to catch it.
Exactly. So quick 2 outs by the Belgian defense, and that will bring up the first baseman, player number 34, Konstantin Boyko, son of the manager of Team Ukraine. It seems that his brother is also on the team. The first pitch to him, and a ground to third, caught, and now the throw, and that's way in time. So 3 up and 3 down, and we'll be going to the bottom of first. No runs scored.
And only 7 pitches, which is pretty good.
That's definitely good news for the Belgian bullpen.
Talking about pitchers, today's first game between Germany and Georgia, the German pitchers threw no-hitter and almost a perfect game. The only runner that got to second base got on the base due to error. Fortunately enough, it was pitcher's error, so he doesn't have to blame anybody else.
Exactly. It's so he ruined his own perfect game, but still a no-hitter and a good start of the tournament for Team Germany.
And also Germany had only 8 hits, but there were 14 walks and 8 hit batters. So that might also later in the tournament, if we face Germany, help us, because some of their hitters may be hurting.
That is right. Do you expect a lot of games like that at this tournament? Is there a big difference in the level of the individual teams? I mean, it seems 24-0, that's quite...
Yeah, we faced Georgia once, and it was in 2011. They told us they only have about 15 players in the league. So they play like intra-squad games where 9 players are in the field. It probably has changed. Baseball probably got bigger, but their conditions were really not very high. So it's very good that they can show up and play at a tournament like this.
Definitely, that might just help them in the long run. We're watching a replay of the last play of the top of the first inning, and now leading off player number 42, Sam Boulens. And the first pitch, and he bunts. And in comes the pitcher, and the throw is not in time. So the Belgians get the very first batter to get on base. Good bunt, good idea by the coach. Well played. You can see that again. Good hustle too. I mean, he's the lead-off batter.
Center field.
Center field. So batting now, number 12 is Poesmans, and another bunt. And it's foul, so they're probably going to try and move the runner up to second into scoring position and then try and drive him in with the power hitter or the cleanup batter. Now the 0-1 pitch.
And another bunt.
And fouled again. So that brings the count to 0-2. Sign comes in from the third base coach. Now the runner on at first takes a good lead.
There's the pick, and not in time.
Yeah, it's always difficult for a left-handed pitcher to try and pick a runner off at first. But he did take a pretty long lead, so he's trying to make sure that the runner stays put. And another attempt, way closer this time. But safe is the call off the first base umpire. Count still 0-2 on Poesmans. And that one misses upstairs. 1-2 the count.
We'll see. Maybe that was a pitch out, expecting the run, because before with the bunt, the runner was halfway.
And now another pick-off attempt. The pitcher's really trying to make sure that the runner doesn't steal on him. And here we go again with the 1-2 delivery. And that's a liner back to the pitcher, and that will be a double play. That was very fortunate for the Ukrainians. This time, the hit comes straight back at the pitcher, who has no problems turning to.
And the runner had no chance coming back, especially with the start.
Exactly, yeah, he took a couple of strides towards second. There was no way he would come back on that one. Batting now, number 10, the shortstop, Robin Ruvens. So what seemed a pretty good opportunity for Belgium is now over, and they're already got 2 down, and their power hitter in the batter's box. And the 1-0 delivery and a shot to right field, and that will fall in for a base hit. 2-out single for Ruvens. Well hit, good contact. Send it the other way for a base hit.
Now they can regret that the bunt didn't make
exactly,
it.
yeah, that would have given them a good chance to score the runner. So batting now is the third baseman, Tim Verachtert, with the runner on first and 2 down. And that pitch misses the zone. 1-0 the count. And that misses upstairs. Again, looked maybe like a pitch out, maybe expecting the runner to take off for second. And the next pitch, bit of the old chin music up there. So 3-0 the count, I believe. And that's ball 4. So 2 runners on, and that will bring up second baseman Lucas Rizzi. So the Belgians now do have a runner in scoring position on at second, with 2 down, and their number 5 batter in the batter's box. And the first pitch in for strike one. And the 0-1 delivery. And a pickoff by the catcher. Great job. Good throw to first. Not very good base running by Frarchert. So that was the third out of the inning. So no runs scored in the bottom of first. Let's have a look at the replay here. Quick jump. And he was trying to avoid the tag, but he was tagged out nonetheless. So after one full inning, this game is scoreless. The Ukraine 0.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno, ladies and gentlemen, for the top of the second inning of this game between the Ukraine and Belgium. Batting now, number 22, Danny Brechko, third baseman. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. That's strike one. The 0-1.
Nice breaking pitch.
But it misses the zone by a couple of inches, so the count now even at 1. But a pretty good pitch with the count 0-1, trying to get the batter to chase one out of the zone. Now the count 2-1. So how many pitches would you expect a pitcher to last at this level?
I would guess that the pitchers would go not too many pitches, but at the same time, you would expect the best pitcher start this game to have him ready for the final rounds. We saw a nice play by the shortstop. First out.
That was pretty good fielding. The ball was hit up the middle, but he gets there and makes it look easy on that one. Batting now the catcher, number 44, Jantalai. That's a good pitch to open the count, 0-1. Pretty good speed. What would you say is good speed for a pitcher at this age?
Since they're 23, they should be at their top speed, so I would guess it would be high 80s. I'm not saying he's throwing high 80s, but
that will be considered good speed at this level. Another good example of fielding by Belgian shortstop for out number 2. I don't think we have a pitching clock here yet. Maybe they'll bring it for some of the games in the mail round. It would be interesting to see how fast these pitchers can go. So you'd expect that Janssen is the pitching ace for Team Belgium?
I would say so. I mean, having experience from international tournaments, usually you open the game with your star. Or if you need him, you may throw him the second day, but most of the times you start with him. And then take him off as soon as you're comfortable with the lead.
And save him up for later games, but
yes,
yeah, you want him to warm up a bit,
get some confidence.
Exactly.
and this might be a good start because they might need him against the Czech Republic.
Yeah, that game I think is scheduled for Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Would you expect Belgium to be the toughest opponent of the Czechs in D pool?
It's tough to say because, as I said, Ukraine has a lot of experience with international, and they played 1 week ago. They had a week off, and so they might be interesting. Also, Lithuania has brought some talent, and they won the B pool.
Oh yeah, they did make their way to the A pool for next year.
Almost, because they have to play the qualifier with Austria.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Only
there were two B tournaments,
yes,
and both winners face off or square off for a position in the A pool. So it's not done yet for them. So in the meantime, we saw out number 3 after he grounded to first base, who stepped on the bag himself to retire the side. So still no Ukrainians runners got on base. We'll be going to the bottom of the second inning. And I think we should be seeing Goto.
No, Lucas Rizzi, because
that
was the out on the base path. So.
That is right. There was the pickoff at first, so it will be Lucas Rizzi again. And we'll have Benjamin Goffo on deck and Brian Valdez in the hole, the designated hitter.
Going back to the pickoff, that's something that hurts you more than error in the defense, because once you get on base, you're expected to at least be aggressive, but not too much. And since he had a runner in front of him, that was a mistake.
Yes.
That you regret.
Lapse in concentration early in the tournament. I'm sure it won't be happening to him again. So that was the first pitch to Rizzi. Now the second delivery, and that misses downstairs. A bit off speed on that one. That one misses upstairs. A fastball. And that one's a foul on the right field line. And the count 2-2. And the 2-2 delivery misses downstairs, so now the count is full. So the payoff pitch by Vitaly Shukhri, and that's hit foul. So the count's still 3-2. And another payoff pitch. And a grounder to first. Steps on the bag. And that's out number 1. Now we'll bring up number 1, the left fielder, Benjamin Goffo.
But that was good at-bat by Lucas Rizzi. He took a lot of pitches, so his teammates could see all the repertoire that Shukhri, Vitaly has.
I've seen a lot of fastballs, mostly by a couple of breaking pitches. First pitch ball. That one misses upstairs. That one's in there. Strike 1, 2-1 the count now. With 1 down. Benjamin Goffo, the batter, and that one's a foul. So now the count even at 2. ask the first base umpire. No swing, the call. So now count full, 3-2. And the payoff pitch. That's hit up in the air, and under it comes the center fielder to make the catch for out number 2. So another Belgian batter worked the count to 3-2. A lot of pitches thrown by the Ukrainian hurler in this part.
According to my stats, it's 31 pitches to 23, 24. And the inning is not over yet.
Batting now, the designated hitter Brian Valdez. And takes the first pitch for a ball upstairs. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball that misses the zone. 2-0 the count. This is upstairs, so he's going to have to come into the zone with the next pitch. But he doesn't, so that's 4 balls in a row. A walk issued. Second walk of the game already. That will bring up the first baseman, Lino Ballardini, number 16. Sign coming in from third base coach. Good speed on that fastball for strike 1.
Might be a good time to
pick off attempt, but the throw is a bit off, so the runner is safe. So he must have heard you talking about stealing.
Well, it's hitter number 8, so you make it easier for him to put some running on, get the defense moving.
Definitely tried to get that runner into scoring position on at second. So now a grounder, and that will be easy work for the center infielders who get the forced on at second. So no runs scored so far in this game. We could see that the Belgians have put a couple of runners on bases, but they just didn't manage to drive them in. But they just need to stay patient, work the pitcher who's thrown around 40 pitches now, I guess.
I would guess so. I will have to count it, but it definitely is over 40.
So they have been doing a pretty good job staying patient, working the count.
And they're hitting number 9 and then the starting of the lineup, which was on base. So they have probably a better chance, while Ukraine had only 6 hitters.
Yeah, they haven't gotten a runner on yet, so we'll see how they do in the top of the 3rd inning. Quick look into the stands. Not too many people here at this time of the day, but I'm pretty sure it will get better for the evening game, scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. That will be the Czech Republic against Lithuania.
Right. And of course, in this age category, I mean, in any age category, you want to win the first game because that sets the team. And okay, we have the speed on the board, which was 129. 200 would be pretty fast.
Yeah, that would be.
Maybe the catcher would explode after that, but.
All right, so we'll help pitch clock for you. That's good. So batting now is number 6, the designated hitter Dmytro Krupchenko. And here comes Janssen with the first pitch. And that misses inside. 1-0 the count. For a short guy, Janssen definitely has got pretty good arm.
135 kilometers per hour.
That's pretty good. He's got good control as well. So now count 2-0 though on him. He's probably going to try and go in the zone with this one, and he does. So 2-1 now. And the 2-1 pitch, and that's hit up in the air into right field, and under it comes player number 12. What is that? 18. That's Yves Poesmans. I think you mentioned that he's one of the players who appeared at the men's Euros last year.
So no problem for him. Even the sun is covered now, so
that was an easy job for the right fielder to record out number 1. And now Soteriardi hits one on the ground to short. Great throw. Good arm on, I believe that is, Robin Ruvens.
And great range. If you remember the 2 plays he had up the middle.
Yeah, now he comes the other way, almost on the edge of the grass there for the long throw. He gets the out. So batting now, number 37, Vladislav Kosenko. And first pitch to him misses downstairs. 1-0. And that's hit up in the air to center field. And that will be easy work for some Woolens. So after the top of the 3rd inning, this game's still scoreless. The Ukrainians have been doing a pretty good job at making contact, but it's either fly balls, line drives, or ground balls to the shortstop, who's been playing a pretty good game so far.
Right, and the pitcher has only 31 pitches, which you expect after the 2nd inning, not the 3rd one.
So definitely good news for the Belgian bullpen. So we'll have Axel Poesmans batting first in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's the catcher. And we've got leadoff, some Woolens in the on-deck circle, and Yves Poesmans, probably Axel's brother, in the hole. A quick look at the other game that's underway now. It's Spain against Poland, and Spain and the Spanish are up by a score of 4-1 in the top of the 5th inning. But let's get back to this one between Belgium and the Ukraine. And the first pitch to Axel Poesmans. And he's eager to swing the bat. That's hit foul. So 1-1 the count now. Down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. 1-1 the count. That's hit foul on the roof of the clubhouse here in Brno. Lovely ballpark here, the municipal baseball stadium. I think the stands can take around 200-300 people. That's hit on the ground to short. And throw is off, so the number 9 batter, Axel Poosmans, gets on base for the top of the lineup. That will be Sam Boulens, the center fielder.
And he had a bunt in the first inning, drag bunt, so we'll see what the coaches will come up with. Very good arm behind the dish, so
that was the throw off the bag. Good job by the first baseman catching the ball, but there was no way he could have stayed on the bag. Pick-off attempt at first. So let's see what Belgians will do now. And a bunt that will get down. And the ball gets away. That will move the runner up to third. So the runners are now in the corners. Good bunt. Again, the pitcher, who's a lefty, had a bit of a problem fielding it, or making the throw.
and that might be the problem, because usually this young team, especially Ukraine, Russia, Lithuania, once they start to make errors, they combine it. It's not a very good mental game usually by these teams.
And the runner from first to cough as the ball is hit foul. So runners on in the corners. No outs, and Yves Poosmans, the batter now, who hit that line drive straight to the pitcher in his first time up. The Ukrainians could sure use a moment like that again. Now the runner takes off, and the throw to second not in time. And the runner in third stays put. So we've got two runners on in scoring positions now on at second and third. And it's Poosmans, the batter, with the count 1-1. It is. So perfect opportunity for Team Belgium to score the first runs of the tournament. That one misses outside. Good job by Poosmans laying off of that one.
We may be wrong, because I see on the board that there are 2 strikes, so maybe the pitch which was high was called a strike.
Maybe there was a bunt shown too, and that one,
Another line drive.
quite unfortunate again for Poosmans. He hit the ball quite well. He got a piece of the outside pitch, but straight to the first baseman. So one down now, and we've got Robin Ruvens batting now, number 10. And that breaking ball gets a piece of the zone for strike one.
Robin is playing great defensive game. Let's see if he can put on something in the offense to be the hero of today's game.
Now the 0-1, down in the dirt. The catcher blocks the ball in front of him. Good job making sure that the ball doesn't get too far away from him.
It's a great job by the catcher, so the pitcher is not afraid to throw a breaking ball because he knows he can block everything.
So the 1-1 pitch now. Pretty good pitch by the Ukrainian pitcher. Missed just outside. Good job by Ruvens laying off of that pitch. 2-1 the count now. And that one's hit into left field, and the throw home will not be in time. So a sacrifice line drive. Almost. Well, it was something between a fly ball and a line drive, but the important thing for Team Belgium is that they got the first run home, so they're now up 1-0 with 2 down, and the runner on at second.
That was a great job by the coach reading the hands of the Ukrainian outfield, because the ball was not very far. So he took the chance, and it paid off. And great base running by the runner at second base. He didn't advance because...
Yeah, that would have been easy play at third for the Ukrainians. So batting now, we've got Tim Verachtert. And runner on at second. And that's hit on the ground. Great catch by the third baseman, but the throw was not that great, and the first baseman didn't do a very good job of covering the ball. But very good catch. He dove for the ball, got up. I think he maybe could have tried and tagged the runner in front of third. I mean, that would have been a close play, especially with 2 down. Definitely want to take the easy way out. However, the throw was not perfect.
Yeah, it's usually that's the problem, especially with the young players. When you make an excellent catch, you come up so pumped up, so you throw the ball away. But that was a great catch. Maybe you're right, he could have tried to tag the runner, but with 2 outs, you go for the easy out.
So that was run number 2 for Team Belgium. The batter now is number 17, Lucas Rizzi. We've got Verachtert on at second now. So another opportunity to score a run for the Belgians. That one's hit foul. Yeah, great diving catch though. I mean, that would have scored the runner from second easily. I mean, down the line it would have taken the left fielder some time to field the ball. But that would be a rule and error. So an unearned run for the pitcher.
But still a lot of pitches extra that he has to execute during this inning.
And
the stolen base.
Hit goes to second. Clever basemaning by number 15, who steals third. So he moves up another 60 feet, is it, in baseball?
90.
Oh, it's 90. 60 is
softball.
The pitching mound, 60 feet and 6 inches. So number 17 takes the pitch upstairs and draws a walk. That will be the 3rd walk of the game issued by the Ukrainian pitcher. And in comes the manager for a mound visit. I think he's thrown around 50, almost 60 pitches.
I would guess it's, I stopped counting because
there's been a lot happening. But yeah, I didn't see any action in the bullpen for the Ukrainians. However, it seems that there is a pitcher back there down the right field line, leaning on the fence. So I think they do have a pitcher ready, but it's still a bit too early in the game, isn't it?
It may be, but you don't want the team of Belgium to run away from you. You still want to keep it close, but I'm surprised that there's no action in the bullpen. On the other hand, it's not the pitcher's fault. There were a couple of errors.
Definitely, it's not that like he's getting hit around or anything. I mean, it's just a couple of bad throws. But the Belgians have done a pretty good job putting the pressure on Team Ukraine. So now, with the runners on in the corners and 2 down, the batter is number 1, Benjamin Goffel.
Let's see if Belgium tries to produce another run by some signs.
But the Ukrainian pitcher is trying to make sure that the runner stays put on at first. That one misses upstairs. Pitch out of sorts.
Yeah, the catcher was ready to throw, but no action at first base.
We saw already that the catcher's got a pretty good arm. He got that runner picked off at first.
Okay, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pretty good time to run. Pitcher has to go for a strike.
And they miss upstairs again, so 3-1 the count. So that's definitely hitter's count now. If the batter sees something in the zone, I'm pretty sure he'll go for it.
Okay, walk. Number 4.
So that what loads the bases for number 4, the designated hitter Brian Valdez.
And we see some action in the bullpen. The pitcher is starting to.
It's about time, I guess. But I mean, they have 2 outs. They just need to get that 1 out. They can step on any bag now or even home plate. They just need pitcher to induce a ground out or a fly out just to get out of the inning and try and score a couple of runs. Good pitch. Swung on and missed, and the throw from catcher to first. Runner slides in safely. No harm done for Team Belgium there. 1-1. Oh, that was the 1-2. So good job by Hurkiri, striking out Valdez to 8 the inning. So the Belgians scored 2 runs.
2 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors by the Ukrainian.
So no tragedy yet for Team Ukraine. I mean, they just need to get a couple of runners on and put some pressure on the Belgians and score some runs to try and tie the game. So we'll be going to the top of the 4th inning after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this live broadcast from Brno, brought to you by Playo.tv, your partner for live broadcasting. We'll be bringing you a lot of baseball action from this year's Under-23 European Baseball Championships held in Brno, Blansko, Trnava, and the Austrian city of Wels. We're in the top of the 4th inning here, and the batter now will be Ilya Veliki. So we're back to the top of the lineup. So no runners got on base for Team Ukraine so far. So this is the 2nd at bat in the game for the Ukrainian center fielder, who's ready to take the first pitch from Janssen, and that pitch misses downstairs. 1-0. That misses upstairs. 2-0 the count now.
Even though Drew Janssen is pitching just 33 pitches, he usually starts with a ball.
And that one missed the zone, so now 3-0 the count. I don't think Janssen liked this call too much, but well, that's part of being a pitcher. You gotta come to terms with some calls you may not like. He goes back in the zone, so 3-1 count. Hitter's count now for the Ukrainian center fielder Ilya Veliki. And the pitch, and that misses low and away. And that's the perfect game gone for Drew Janssen. First walk issued. And that will bring him number 17.
And we'll see what Ukraine is going to do. The leadoff hitter on base, center fielder, should have some speed.
That's for sure. And now that's hit quite deep in the center field. And that will get away. And it rolls all the way to the wall, and Veliki will score. And number 17, the second baseman, reaches third safely. Great shot there. So now the score 2-1. The tying run is on at third. No out. And we've got the power hitter about to take his second at bat of the game. That's the first baseman, Konstantin Boyko.
I would guess that Janssen didn't expect Ardashvili to hit the ball because he walked the guy. So you would expect the next hitter to take the pitch. So it was a good call by the coach. If he gave him a green light.
Yeah, go for it, smash it, and he hit it pretty well. I mean, it was good hustle by the center fielder for Team Belgium, but just couldn't get any leather on this ball. So that, I believe, will be ruled a hit for number 17 of Team Ukraine. So a triple, an RBI triple that is, and he could be the tying run of the game. So now the 1-0 delivery to number 34, and a fly ball to center field, and that will score the run easily. And it's even dropped, so it's now Boyko on at second. So that could be good momentum for Team Ukraine to get back in the game. They tied it, and now they have the go-ahead run at second base. Guess that would have been the Sun. Probably.
Definitely. You saw him blocking off the Sun, but the ball probably disappeared. And a routine fly ball became a very difficult ball to catch. Even though he has sunglasses on.
It's unfortunate for the center fielder. Can see that Janssen is a bit frustrated because, I mean, he probably expected the run to score, obviously, on that fly ball, but at least no runners on and 1 out. But now with none down, the batter is number 22, Denny Brechko, the third baseman.
And we'll see how mentally strong Janssen is now, because the next pitch was in the dirt.
Yeah, exactly. He just needs to forget all about it and just focus on getting the job done. The runner goes back. The ball gets away a little bit, but not far enough for the runner to advance to third.
And going back to the previous situation, it was great base running by Konstantin Boyko, because that was an easy fly ball, but he kept on running.
Definitely, as you should.
Yep.
Otherwise, you may look a fool. And that gets away, and that will allow the first baseman to get on third. Not a very good idea going past the base here. I mean, if the throw had gone right to third, he would have been in trouble. So now, with no out, or is there an out?
No out.
No out. Yeah, there was a dropped fly ball, so now they have a lot of time to drive in the go-ahead run.
And now the adrenaline works for Team Ukraine.
Definitely great job by the Ukrainian side getting back in the game. Good hack by number 22, misses the pitch.
But that's what you want from your number 4 hitter. You don't want him to go down on strikes looking.
Yeah, exactly. Just need him to swing the bat. Good pitch by Janssen, but it missed the zone in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Good breaking ball there. So the count 2-1. So the at-bat seems longer than usual with pick-off play at second and the steal. So now the count 3-1. Perfect situation for Team Ukraine. They've got the go-ahead run 90 feet shy of home plate, and they're power in the batter's box, and it's batter's count. Good hack That will bring the count to 3-2. He's being very aggressive in the zone. He's got a pretty strong swing. And he just needs to make contact to drive Boyko in for run number 3. So now the payoff to Brechko. Down in the dirt. Good job by player number 22. So now runners on in the corners, and in comes the coach to talk to his pitcher, maybe his defense in general. That will be Sven Hendricks. I guess the coach for Team Belgium.
Yeah, very often they just don't talk about the game. The coach tries to just calm down the pitcher because he was doing a pretty good job the first 3 innings, and all of a sudden, after 1 walk.
Yeah, then the triple, then that dropped fly ball, and he just needs to calm down, regroup, focus.
Just slow the game down a little bit because now it's running too fast for Drew Janssen.
Definitely, yeah, you don't want him to rush. So, batting now, number 44, Jantalay. That's the catcher. Swing and a miss on pitch down in the dirt. So again, the first pitch from Janssen is a ball. He's gonna have to work pretty hard to pitch himself out of the jam. That one misses upstairs.
So it's 1-1 because the first, even though it was by location a ball, but Jantalay decided to swing at it.
Yeah, he was trying to be aggressive. I mean, it's his second at bat of the game, so I guess it's not a bad idea to swing at the first pitch, but well, it needs to be somewhere around the zone. Now the pitch a bit off speeds for strike number 2.
Well, that's what you want from your players, to be aggressive. I mean, it's better to swing at a ball than
look at a strike.
Look at a strike.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want them to do. If you don't swing, you can't hit. So now the 1-2. And the pickoff almost got away. The runner on at third took a couple of strides toward home. But there's no way he could have scored on that one. So the count's still 1-2. It's Jantalay, the batter. Yevhen Jantalay, that is. And that gets away from the catcher. The runner stays put on at third. Good call.
But the runner from first base advanced to scoring position, so
exactly.
More trouble for Team Belgium.
Definitely. So now the double play is out of the picture, and the count on the batter is 2-2. He just needs to get that ball in play any way he can. Just put a bit of pressure on. The Belgians were playing infield in, as you would expect. So the 2-2 delivery down in the dirt, good block by the catcher, and a good job by number 44. Yevhen Jantalay laying off of that one. So the count now full. 3-2. None out. And 2 runners in scoring position on that second and third. So now the payoff pitch for number 44. Yevhen Jantalay. Drew Janssen with the delivery. And grounded to first.
Nice play by the first baseman.
Job takes a look at the runner. Third, took a couple of strides towards home again, but he would have been dead meat down there. So no advancement for the runners. 1 down. Still a good job by Yevhen Jantalay at least getting the ball in play after a long at-bat. A bit of pressure on the defense. Batting now, number 13, Čukas. Konstantin Čukas, the shortstop. And that will get through into the outfield. And that will score the go-ahead run for Team Ukraine. Sharp liner got, seemed to me, through the legs of the second baseman. And now the Ukrainians are up 3-2, 1 down, runners on in the corners. So pretty good inning so far for the yellow and blue.
Yeah, and a tough one for Belgium.
Definitely, they were up 2-0 coming into this inning. Batting now is the designated hitter, Dmitro Krupchenko, and the runner goes for second, and he will be tagged out. Say that is out number 2. Good throw by the Belgian catcher. Good play at second by whoever was covering. So only one.
Lucas Rizzi was the
runner on. Yeah, that was the second baseman there. And that pitch misses the zone. They still could use the run. That is number 22, Brechko, the runner on at third. And the batter is Krupchenko. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. He didn't really keep his eyes on the ball this time. His head was way off. And the pitch. And that's hit foul. Good contact.
Yeah, you got a piece of the ball. I was about to say that if you're a number 7 hitter, you have to know who you are, what the coach wants from you. He wants to put the ball in play, usually. So the first swing was like a number 4 hitter.
Exactly, yeah, but you should go for contact, especially now. I mean, if there's no runners on and 2 down, you might try a big hack once or twice, but now you just need to get the ball in play and try and score the run. Good pitch by Drew Janssen to end the inning. Great offensive display by Team Ukraine, who scored 3 runs. Saw a triple error, or 2 errors, I think, of Team Belgium. There was one with the pickoff, and then that ball getting through the legs of the second baseman.
And the dropped fly ball, so it's actually 3 errors on the home team, 2 errors on the away team on Ukraine. And so Ukraine had scored 3 runs with only 1 hit. And also Drew Janssen threw about the same amount of pitches in this inning than in the last 3 innings combined.
So I think that we will see some action in the bullpen for Team Belgium. I mean, they definitely need to have somebody ready. And looking into the Ukrainian bullpen, it seems there is someone there, but still chilling out rather than throwing or warming up. So we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, where the Belgians down by 1 run. Leading off will be number 16, Lino Ballardini, to be followed by Axel Poestmans and Sam Boutens. Now the first pitch down in the dirt. That's hit foul. 1-1 the count. Now the 1-1 delivery. Misses the zone, 2-1. So there already is some commotion in the bullpen for Team Belgium. Now the comebacker to the mound. Pitcher picks it up and makes a routine play for out number 1.
It was kind of a check swing, but stopped rather late, so he just bunted it down to the pitcher, which was an easy game, easy play for the pitcher. 3-1, 1 out.
Batting now the catcher, Axel Poesmans. And we've got the number 1 hitter in the on-deck circle. That's Sam Boelens. That's in there for a strike. That one misses upstairs by a couple of inches. And another ball. And a good shot into center field. That drops in for a base hit. So Axel Poesmans gets on base for the top of the lineup. That will be Sam Boelens, to be followed by Yves Poesmans and Robin de Rubens. 1 down.
Let's see if we see the bunt for the 3rd time.
Yeah, he's
by
bunted
Sam
twice already. Let's see what he does now. He takes his foot off the rubber. Make sure the runner doesn't steal. That one misses downstairs. No bunt shown this time. In comes the sign from the 3rd base umpire.
The 3rd baseman is almost on the grass, standing, expecting the bunt.
That misses upstairs. I'm pretty sure that Boelens can hit as well. It's shown us his bunt twice. He's got pretty good speed, as you'd expect of center fielder. And that's a strike.
Also, with the bunt threat, you have to put the infield a little bit closer, which opens the space for you to hit. So that helps a lot. You have more bullets in your gun if you can drag bunt.
Now swing and got a piece of the ball, and foul. So that count is 2-2, so the bunt is off the table now. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Good job by the Ukrainian pitcher Chukri, getting out number 2. So batting now, it's Yves Poesmans.
And we'll see whom to who will he line again, because
yes,
he had 2 line drives today.
1 back to the pitcher, 1 to the first baseman. That one misses the zone, so it's actually 2 brothers in play now. One Poesmans is the runner on at first, and another one in the batter's box. Lays off of that one. And that's a strike. And the runner goes back. Now the count 3-1. So hitter's count now on Boosmans with the Ruvens in the on-deck circle. And that's ball 4. So a good at bat by Boosmans. Draws a walk, and that will set up the power hitter, Robin Ruvens, the shortstop. 2 down.
He's 1 for 1 today, 1 base hit and a sacrifice fly or sacrifice line drive to the left fielder. So we'll see how he deals with this situation.
And first pitch in the zone, first strike 1. So we've got the game tying run now on at second with 2 down. And the 0-1 delivery to Ruvens. Up and away, the throw from the catcher to first, and the runner's safe. So again, good throw from behind the plate to first, but the runner is safe now. Now the 1-1. Here it comes, and the runner goes back.
Good job by the Belgium runners to distract the pitcher.
And that's hit up in the air, and under it comes the first baseman to make the catch to retire the side. So no runs scored in the bottom of the 4th inning, even though the Belgians did end up getting a runner into scoring position at second after walk number 4 was issued by the Ukrainian hurler. So after 4 full innings, the Ukrainians are up by 1 run. The score is 3-2. We'll be back with more baseball action after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back to the Municipal Baseball Stadium in Brno, Czech Republic. This live broadcast is brought to you by Playo.tv, your partner for live broadcasting. We'll be going to the top of the 5th inning with the Ukraine up by 1 run. The score is 3-2. Quick look at what's going on in Austria. Is it Austria? Yes, that's in Wales. Spain and Poland. The Spanish are still up by a score of 4-1. They're in the top of the 8th inning of their game, which started an hour before this one. There'll be a lot more action, even live here on Playo.tv. At 5:30 you can see Great Britain against Austria, and then at 7 o'clock the Czech Republic against Lithuania. The batter now is Sotiriadi Alexander, the right fielder. First pitch to him, a strike. That one misses the zone, so now the count even at 1.
Alexander Sotiriadi had a nice hit to shortstop, but a great play by Belgium. Shortstop put him out at first base in his first at bat. Now he is 2 balls and 1 strike.
So the 2-1 delivery, and that one's hit foul. So that will even the count at 2-2.
I'm sorry, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So it's 1-2 now on Soteriari, the Ukrainian number 8 hitter. We've got Kosenko in the on-deck circle and Veliki in the hole. So now the 1-2 delivery by Janssen. And that one will stay foul. He hit it with the end of his bat, which made the ball spin around at a fast pace. State foul. So the count's still 1-2. Now the 1-2 delivery. And that's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Then the throw from the catcher to the third baseman was too high. So the ball ended up all the way in the outfield. However, that was out number 1. That brings up number 37, Vladislav Kosenko.
Kosenko is 0 for 1 in today's game. Fly out to the center fielder.
So he's looking to get his first hit of the game and of the tournament. The first pitch, up and in, the ball. Yeah, it's a sharp liner into left field. That will be a base hit. Great shot by Kosenko. Gets on base for the leadoff batter, Ilya Veliki, with 1 out. Down in the dirt. Good blocking stop by the catcher. Keeps the ball in front of him.
And Kosenko didn't move even though the ball was clearly in the dirt. These are the little things that may hurt you in the end of the game.
Definitely, I mean, if he'd read the ball immediately, he would have gotten a pretty good shot at taking second. And that would be a great opportunity for the Ukrainians to score another run with the leadoff batter in the batter's box, 1 down.
And it takes the double play away, so
that's always good for the offensive team. Another pitch in the dirt, but this time I believe that was a good call by Kosenko not to run because the ball was right in front of the catcher. Now the 1-1 delivery. That's hit on the ground down the right field line, and it stays foul. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 delivery from Drew Janssen. And ground to third. Throw to first. Good job by the first baseman. That throw was in front of him, down in the dirt. Takes the 1 hop. Catches the ball for forced out at first. The runner, Kosenko, moves up to second. And the batter is number 17. Ritishvili. Gregori, he's playing second in this game. So 2 down. And a runner in scoring position for Team Ukraine.
Gregori had 2 good at-bats. He had a line drive to the left fielder and then the triple in the right center field, scoring Ilya Veliki in the previous inning.
So he's looking to get another RBI here in the top of the 5th inning with 2 down. And that's hit foul. Is there room for a play? No. Good hustle by the first baseman, but that was well out of his reach. Here's another look. There was no play for the first baseman. 1-1 the count. Misses low and away. 2-1. And that gets a piece of the zone for strike 2. So 2-2 the count now with 2 down and runner on second. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's hit foul. Good speed by Jensen. He's already thrown a couple of pitches in this game. He had a couple of quick innings. 1, 2, 3, but then in the 4th inning, he had to face several batters and he surrendered 3 runs. That's hit foul again. Is there room for play? Nope, and that ends up in the stands. Nobody's hurt, fortunately. They're keeping their eyes on the ball, as they should. So another 2-2 delivery coming up next to Grigory, second baseman of Team Ukraine. And a ground to third. And the throw not in time. And another play at third. But the runner gets back safe. So yeah, the third baseman dropped the ball for a bit, which was exactly the right amount of time that the runner needed to get to first safely. So we've got runners in the corners now. And the batter is Konstantin Boyko, number 34. That one misses upstairs.
He got hit by the pitch. So.
Oh, did he? So now that will load the bases for Brechko. Dennis Brechko, born in 1994, so the last under-23 tournament for him. Bases loaded. The 1-0 to Brechko. Another great chance for the Ukrainians to score a couple of runs. Great speed on that pitch by Drew Janssen. 1-1 the count.
133 kilometers per hour.
He's still got the heat working for him. And the grounder. And he picks it up barehanded and makes the throw to first in time to get the final out of the top of the 5th inning. So Drew Janssen again got into a bit of a jam, especially after he hit a batter to load the bases, but finds his way out of the inning without surrendering any more runs. So it's still a 1-run differential between Belgium and the Ukraine.
And from the Belgian point of view, it's not where you want to be with Ukraine leading, because they're more dangerous when they're up by any number of runs.
Definitely, they've got the momentum going for them right now. But the Belgians are the home team for this game, so they've got the advantage of batting second in each inning, so they can still tie the game in the bottom of the fifth, and just
And in case you're interested what's going on in Wales, Austria, the team Spain added one more run, and they're up 5-1 against Poland.
yeah, looking at the score, they scored 5 runs on 11 hits. So pretty good offense on the Spanish team. Batting now will be number 15, Tim Verargert. So we've got Ritchie in the on-deck circle and Goffo in the hole. So there's the first pitch to Verargert, down in the dirt. That one gets a piece of the zone. And another strike to Verargert, so they count 1 and 2 on him. And Verargert strikes out looking. Great job by Chukri, the pitcher, who struggled a bit early on. Surrendered a couple of walks, but now he gets the important strikeout to start the bottom of the 5th inning. They go off speed, but low on that one. So the batter is Lucas Rizzi.
And hitters from Belgium seem rather passive to me. I mean, number 4 hitter going down looking.
That's definitely not what you want, especially with your team trailing by 1 run. But this is a good hit. That will be a base hit into left field for Lucas Rizzi, and that will bring up Benjamin Goffo. So good liner into left field for a base hit by the number 5 batter, Lucas Rizzi, who's playing second base in this game. Now batting number 4. Oh, that's number 1, the left fielder, Benjamin Goffo. That misses down. 1-0 the count. And that hits the batter. So now 2 runners on at second and first. Next up, the designated hitter, Brian Valdez.
He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. And time is called, and the coach goes to see the mound.
And we can see some commotion in the bullpen for the Ukrainians. So it seems that the skipper for the Ukrainians now stalling for time to allow
Mikola Liakovetsky to warm up, number 5.
number 5. So definitely need to have a pitcher ready anytime soon if they want to preserve the lead. But still, with 1 down and those 2 runners on at first and second, always get ground out or ground ball and try and turn 2 to get out of the inning unscathed. So now the pitch to Brian Valdez. That one misses by a little bit on the outside. 1-0 the count. And 2-0 the count now. Three and 0. Not a very good start of the at-bat for the pitcher. And the 3-0 gets in there to make the count 3-1. Swing and a miss. The pitch out of the zone, it seemed to me.
Looked pretty high to me.
Good job by the Ukrainian pitcher. So the count now full, 3-2. 1 down, 2 runners on. And that's hit foul. So another payoff pitch from Chukri, and hit foul again.
And Brian Valdez is battling there. He's seen 6 pitches in this at-bat.
First 3 of them were balls. Now 4 strikes in a row at least. And that's a walk to load the bases, and in comes the skipper again. So that means that they're gonna bring in a reliever. So this is bottom of the 5th inning. So Chukri pitched 4 innings and a third, allowing 2 runs. But he's leaving when the bases are loaded, so it's not going to be an easy job for the reliever. He's going to take a couple of warm-up pitches now. So this could be a turning point in the game. Definitely the bases loaded. I mean, if Belgians get a couple of hits here, they could easily get in the lead. Still, all bases are loaded, so the Ukrainians still turn 2 to escape the inning. We've got a right-handed pitcher now, number 5.
That's Mikola Liakovetsky, and it's not a very good situation for him coming in the game with bases loaded.
So we'll see how he copes with that. So we'll be ready to resume play now. The batter will be number 16, Lino Ballardini, first baseman.
He's 0 for 2 today, a forced out and ground out.
Yeah, ground out would definitely come in handy for the Ukrainians here. They could either go home with the throw and then to first, or just around the horn for the ordinary double play. So now the first pitch in the game by the new pitcher, and that's not it. So it was a pickoff throw to first, to third.
A little bit unusual, but
now we'll see the first pitch. I'm pretty sure. There he comes. He misses up and in.
126 kilometers per hour.
That one gets in there for strike one. 1-1 the count now. And that's strike number 2. 1-2. But he's not out of the woods yet. One down, bases loaded, and the 1-2 delivery. And that's hit foul and out of play. Yevgeny pitching now, born in 1999. Just turned 22 about a month ago. Down in the dirt, but Ballardini checks his swing. And the 2-2, and that's hit foul.
Okay, the game in Wales ended a while ago, and Spain won over Poland 5-1.
That's that game done. There will be another one in Wales at 5:30. That will be brought to you by a live broadcast. Not sure if it's Playo.tv or someone else, but still, you'll get to watch that game if you're interested. But now, the count full on Lino Ballardini with the bases loaded and one down. Now the payoff pitch. And that missed way upstairs, and that evens the score. So 3-3 now. That was way upstairs. I mean, you can imagine that he didn't want to go right in the middle of the zone. Obviously, with the count full, he might want to go upstairs a little bit, get the batter to swing, but this was just way too high. So now 3-3, and it's a whole new ball game. Batting now the catcher, Alex Pusmans. He's batting in the number 9 spot, so we'll see the top of the lineup after that.
And Alex has been on base every single time.
So he's been playing a pretty good game today. Let's see what happens now. Good speed on that one, but it missed upstairs. So 2-0 the count.
It was 123 kilometers, so it looks pretty faster than it actually shows on the board.
That's for sure. That definitely seemed a bit faster than that. Now that's hit down the right field line. Foul. So now the momentum is going for Team Belgium. They've been batting now for almost 10 minutes, I guess. We've seen a lot of batters. Bases are full, one down, and that pitch is in the zone. So the count now 1-2, or 2-2. Should be 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed, so he goes down swinging. Base is still loaded. 2 down, and we're back to the top of the lineup with Sam Boulens playing center. Bunted twice. Struck out once, I believe.
Yes, exactly.
Well, a bunt could be tricky now with the bases loaded.
Yeah, the third baseman is playing back. Might have been a good time to bunt, but now with 2 strikes, that's probably out of. It would be too risky.
That would be definitely way too risky. Also, now the pitcher is right-handed, so it's easier for him to make the throw to first. So all that they need is just to get some contact, and he chases a high pitch out of the zone, gets a piece of it though. So 0-2 the count still. He's staying alive, and the 0-2 delivery misses outside. Good pitch. By Nikola Yakovetsky. 1-2. And that pitch was off speed. And the batter got a piece of it. Up and away. That evens the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Swung on and missed. So after 5 full innings, this game is tied at 3, so it's still anybody's ball game. The Ukrainians sure could use a couple of runs here to get back in swing. We'll see how that goes. They've already had to go into the bullpen. It's still Drew Janssen pitching for Team Belgium. So we'll see what happens in the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back with more after this.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Municipal Stadium in Brno, where the first game of pool play here, that's Pool D, is underway between the Ukraine and Belgium. Belgians got the early lead, but then the Ukrainians came back, scoring 3 runs. And just now, the Belgians tied the game. There was a walk with the bases loaded. The first batter that faced the new pitcher who came in relief of Chukri drew a walk and tied the game. Now the first pitch is hit rather deep into center field, but the catch is made for out number 1. Well hit by number 44, Jantalai, the catcher. Line drive, but right to where the center fielder was standing. So batting next is the shortstop, Konstantin Chuchas, the 13. That pitch is in the zone for a strike. And soft liner caught by the first baseman for out number 2. So now the momentum is going for Team Belgium. 2 quick outs.
3 pitches. That's what you want as a pitcher.
Definitely just induce a couple of line drives or ground balls or fly balls or whatever. Just get the outs as easily as you can. The batter now is number 6, the designated hitter Dmytro Krupchenko.
And Drew Johnson hasn't thrown a ball this inning.
So it's been strikes only. Wonder if it's by design or by coincidence. And he struck out the designated hitter Dmytro Krupchenko, and it will be the Belgians back to bat again. So very quick inning, 3 up and 3 down.
6 pitches. 1, 2, 3.
So pretty good job. So that will definitely keep the offensive momentum going for Belgium. I mean, they didn't need to stay in the field for too long. They'll get to bat again, and I think it was it Bulens, the last out of the previous inning?
Right, he was.
So that will be the number 2, 3, and 4 batters now up for Team Belgium. So a perfect chance for those guys to take the lead back. They'll be facing Mikola Ljakovetsky, came in relief of Chukri, Vitaly Chukri. You can see it's rather windy here in Brno, but it's mostly sunny. The temperature is perfect for a game of baseball. Hopefully the weather will stay alright for the rest of the week, even though we've got Jan Banish here with us, who usually brings rain wherever he goes.
Benny is a Czech rain man.
Definitely, yeah. So hopefully he won't be working his magic this time, because we've got quite a lot of games to go through. I mean, this is quite a big tournament, I must say. 16 teams at this age group, that's pretty impressive. Now the first pitch to Poesmans. It seemed that the home plate umpire was going to call it a strike. He changed his mind, but he was already in the middle of calling it. Shows bunt, good reaction in the corners, and the pitch is in the zone, so 1-1 the count. The off-speed pitch missed upstairs. Good hack, gets a piece of it and hits it foul.
Poesmans is 0 for 2 with 2 line drives right at somebody and a walk.
Oh yeah, it's the line drive, man. I mean, very first at bat, he lined into a double play. No, good job laying off of that one, down in the dirt. Count 4-3-2. According to the home plate umpire. And that's second walk drawn by Poesmans, who's got experience from last year's men's Euros. Was that 16 teams as well, the men's Euros, or
No, I think it's 12. It's 12 teams.
12, and then you've got the B pool and C pool.
Right.
All right, I get it. So now the batter is the shortstop, Robin Ruvens, number 10. And the first pitch to him is strike. And the runner's taking off. Hit on the ground to third. And the throw to first. And it seemed that while that ball was flying to first, the first baseman took a quick look at second for some reason. And it seemed to me that he got his eyes off the ball for a fraction of a second. Here we can see it again. Yeah, he wasn't really looking at the ball. That wasn't a difficult play to make, so quite unfortunate for Team Ukraine. So the runners are now in scoring position on at second and third. The batter is number 15, Tim Frarchert. The first pitch to him misses upstairs. So good hit and run situation played by the Belgians. That pitch misses upstairs. There would definitely have been no play at second for the forced out with the runner stealing. But it seemed that play at first should have been an easy job, but it wasn't. So instead of an out, you've got two runners on in scoring position, and that pitch misses low and away, and that's 3-0.
I would guess the first baseman wanted to play backdoor on the runner. That's why he looked at second base and
Yes.
into the eyes of the ball, which cost him dear.
That's in there for a strike. Yeah, that's what usually happens when you try to think ahead. Or thinking ahead is all right, but he already acted ahead,
Right.
and that cost him the out. And that's another walk to load the bases for number 17, Lukas Rizzi. So in comes the skipper for the Ukraine, and he's gonna talk to his pitcher. There's another reliever warming up in the bullpen for the Ukraine.
And that's it for...
And they're gonna bring him in. So second pitching change in the game for the Ukraine.
And another pitcher runs into the bullpen, so
they're definitely gonna have to dig deep in the bullpen if they wanna survive this game and even win it. It's still the bottom of the 6th inning, so quite some more baseball to go. So they just need to execute and get the outs. Another right-handed pitcher coming in for Ukraine. Is that number 7 on his back?
yes, number
So
7.
that will be Andriy Kostashchuk, a righty. So the base is loaded, and none out. So not a very good situation to come into the game for the right-handed pitcher.
Well, Liakovetsky also entered the game with bases loaded, but he had 2 outs this time.
At least that, but now with none out, even if you turn 2 around the horn, you still get a run scored against you. So we'll see what happens here. They just really need to focus on hitting the spots and inducing a couple of grounders or fly balls. Getting some easy outs.
And he was born on 16th of April 2000, so he's 17 years old.
So still a lot of future ahead for this young hurler from the Ukraine. So I guess he'll still be playing the under 18, under 21, and the under 23 tournament for several years to come. So good for him. He starts with the ball up and away. That's in there for a strike. So it's definitely not easy for a young guy like that to come into a close game like this. Good pitch. Misses by a couple inches upstairs.
On the other hand, that's the situation where you learn a lot.
Definitely this will be invaluable experience. However, that one gets away from the catcher. So not a very good start. Was a bullet down in the dirt. So that takes away the forced out situation. Or even the infield fly situation. So two runners on in scoring positions, and the batter is still number 17, Lucas Rizzi. Swing and a miss, strike two.
The count is full.
So full count. Two runners on, and the pitch. And that's a line drive to left field. Bobbled by the left fielder, but they hold the runner. Third, and I think the coach knows quite well that if he'd read that bobbling of the ball immediately, they would have scored another run. But still, they can keep things going here with the runners on in the corners. Benjamin Goffel in the batter's box.
I would say from the coach's perspective, he didn't see the ball bobble because it was behind them.
Yeah, that's
Fielder.
probably the reason. I mean, probably you've got the third baseman covering the view a bit. Now the runner from first was taken off, but the ball was foul. So the Belgians getting aggressive here with base running and in the batter's box as well. They want to break the Ukrainians here. That's in there. The throw to second. The ball gets away, and that will allow the runner to advance to third. So that would have been run number 6 for Team Belgium. And the Ukrainians seem to be falling apart a bit. A couple of misplays. It all almost started with that error by the first baseman. And now the ball is shot into left field, and that will be an RBI single for Benjamin Goffo. Well hit by the left fielder. Sharp line drive, well out of the reach of the left fielder. So none out. Runner on at first, and the batter is Brian Valdez. And another wild pitch. So that's Benjamin Goffo in scoring position on at second. And Brian Valdez is the batter. That one misses downstairs. That's in there for a strike. Yeah, there's something going on in the bullpen for Belgium as well. I think it's Nicolas Jossens. warming up. Brian Valdez chases one out of the zone. Count 1 and 2. That one misses low and away. And that gets away from the catcher again, and that's a walk issued to Brian Valdez. So the runners on in the corners again. So not a very good outing so far for the young pitcher.
And another timeout, and maybe you have heard the exclamation from the dugout of Belgium, because Brian Valdez was taking literally a walk instead of running, because there was a runner on second base moving up to third. He could have gone to second base easily, free.
Exactly. That would have taken the double play option away from the defense, and he would have been in scoring position on at second. That's, yeah, I mean, you got to stay in the game, execute, do the things that you're supposed to do. Earlier on, we praised one of the Ukrainian players for running, even though the ball that he hit seemed like an easy fly. It wasn't, and he ended up in second. So another pitching change. That is
number 10.
Number 10, Yehor Yukchenko. A young player born in July 1999.
I would say this European Championship under 23 will give you the right picture of what baseball is in different countries, because I wouldn't say that the federation will spend a lot of money on bringing imports, people with dual citizenship for this game, I mean this tournament. So it will probably show us the true picture of the real deal of where baseball is. So that's why we have a pretty decent chance, because different countries have different rules for getting the passport or how to handle dual citizenship, which is pretty hard in the Czech Republic. So hopefully we'll get to see some good, real, native baseball.
So have there been any attempts in Czech baseball to get any players from the US with Czech heritage?
Yes, but still, it's, as I said, it's very hard to find these people and to get them passport. It's not like, for instance, in the Netherlands or Spain, where you have people from all over the world.
Yeah, it seems way easier for them. Now the runner from first was taking off, but the ball was hit foul. Let's see if they try to steal again. They don't. It's down in the dirt, but it doesn't get too far away from the catcher, so no advancement of either of the runners.
And Valdez probably didn't see the ball because it was behind the catcher, between the catcher and the umpire.
Definitely. There was no chance for the runner from third to score, but maybe at least Valdez could have advanced to second. He stayed put.
Yeah, with first and third, you can't take the chance because the catcher has to hurry. There's a big chance of overthrow, and you have a runner, possible danger at third base. So
definitely. So it's usually a good idea to try and punish these small miscues by the catcher. Just put some pressure on them.
On the other hand, the count now is 3-1. So
Hitters count. And that gets a piece of the zone. Count now 3-2.
and we'll see another runner running to the bullpen on the Ukrainian side. And that's a ball. Will be called or not?
No. Apparently not.
Probably time was called before.
All right. So, payoff coming up next. 3-2 pitch. And hit on the ground, foul. Called barehanded by the third base coach.
Looks like a broken bat. He was there.
Yeah, he was there quite early. Guess he got it on the handle, broke the bat. So what are the rules as far as bats are concerned for this age group? It seems everybody's batting with a wooden bat.
Yes, the European tournaments have to be played with one piece wood. The composite bats are not allowed anymore. So it's a little bit more expensive because these bats break quite often.
The runner's taking off, and that's hit up in the air. Is there room for play for the catcher? No, there's not. So everything needs to come back to where it was. Another look at that. Yeah, the ball was hit up in the air over the fence and into the stands. So another 3-2 pitch. Now that's hit on the ground, and they go to second and to first, and they turn two. But another run scores, so the score of the game is now 7-3. By good play by third baseman, there would have been, or it's 8-3 actually. That was Danny Brechko. The second baseman who was covering second, and then to first, so 5-4-3. Double play, yeah, there would have been no play home. This way he got 2 outs, no more runners. And the batter is number 3, Axel Poesmans, the catcher. Lays off of the first pitch. 1-0 the count. And a liner that will fall in for a base hit. So Poesmans must be his second or third hit of the game.
That is his second hit, but he's been on base 3 times.
So it was a good game for the catcher. Good contact, just gets it over the infield. Batting now number 42. That is Sam Boulens.
Sam had 2 good bunts, but he's struggling with swinging.
So let's see what he tries to do here. I mean, third baseman is playing it quite deep, but the right-handed pitcher would have most of the infield covered for the bunt, but still seems to be quite a fast runner, so he still might try that. Good pitch. It's a piece of the zone now. Sign coming in from third base coach. And that's hit up in the air and out of the reach of the first baseman. So that will even the count at 2.
The 2 pitches that they got some Bulens out on were outside the zone, away. So let's see if they stick with that strategy.
And that's a stolen base. Nobody seems to have noticed that the runner's running. I mean, there are quite a few people in the dugout for Team Ukraine. They could have yelled at the pitcher to do something.
It was probably timing the pitcher because he seems to have the same rhythm all the time.
Now that one misses low and inside, so that should be full count. Or 2-2. I believe it should be full, but we'll see.
Yep. 3-2.
So 3-2 pitch now to the lead-off batter of Team Belgium. And the pitcher pivots towards second to make sure that the runner stays put. And now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses upstairs, and that's a walk issued to Sam Boelens, which will bring up Yves Huismans.
He's 0 for 2 with 2 line drives and 2 walks.
So he's looking to get his first hit of the day and of the tournament. This could be a good time for him with 2 down and 2 runners on. First pitch to him is strike. So now the 0-1. And that's hit on the ground. And that was easy work for the second baseman, who caught the rolling ball and stepped on second to record third out of the bottom of the 6th inning. So after 6 full innings, the Belgians are now up by a score of 8-3. So they scored 5 runs this part of the game. And the Ukrainians have 3 more turns at bat to do something about it. They're discussing something in front of their dugout. So we'll be back with more after the break.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be going to the top of the 7th inning of this Pool D game between the Ukraine and Belgium. Belgium took the early lead. They were up 2-0. Then the Ukrainians came back, and they were up 3-2. Then the game was tied after a walk issued with the bases loaded, and a while ago, the bottom of the 6th inning ended, in which the Belgians scored 5 runs. So now they're up by a score of 8-3.
The key to that was getting deep into Ukrainian bullpen. The first pitcher was holding the Belgian batters pretty well. But once they replaced him, the Belgian team got used to the Ukrainian pitchers and scored easily those 5 runs.
So now batting number 21, Alexander Sotriadi. So, I mean, 5 runs is quite a few, but as the great Yogi Berra said, it ain't over until it's over. So they still have 3 more turns at bat. They just need to focus on putting runners on bases and putting some pressure.
And also there's a great baseball truth that the game starts in the 7th inning. So we'll see.
Swung on and missed. So that's 2 strikes already on number 21, Sotriadi.
And Belgium still has the first pitcher on the mound, Drew Jansen, who does a pretty good job.
Yeah, he had one long inning, but apart from that, he's been quite solid. I mean, he retired the first 9 batters that he saw, right?
Right.
It was only the second time up that the Ukrainians actually got on base, and they drew a walk. And that one's hit towards the first baseman, and that was an easy job for him to catch that one hopper and step on the bag for out number 1. That will bring up number 37, Vladislav Kosenko. So we've got Veliki on deck and Vristishvili in the hole.
Kosenko 1 for 2 today, fly out to center field and a base hit to left field. With 2 balls now.
That one misses upstairs. 3-0 the count. And it seems that 2 more games are now underway at different fields. At the Hiroshi Fields, we've got Croatia against Russia playing their first game of the tournament. And France is taking on Slovakia in Trnava. And that's a walk to Kosenko. That will bring up Ilya Veliki, playing number 1, leadoff batter and center fielder for the Ukraine.
Ilya is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
First pitch to him, a strike. And that one's high. Pitch is in there for strike 2. Swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout as there is a runner on at first base. So even though the ball was dropped by the catcher, there was no need for him to throw to first. Next up, number 17, Vristishvili.
And he might be a threat to the defense of Team Belgium because he has 2 hits today and a line drive out to the left fielder.
So he's been doing a pretty good job at making contact with the pitches coming in from Drew Jensen. He's pitching his 7th inning so far. That one's it up in the air and foul. And the pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs and away. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Two balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if there's any action by Ukraine.
So the 2-2 pitch coming up next with 2 down. And this is upstairs. So the count now full, 3-2. So the runner from first will be going now. Yes, and that's hit into left field. Line drive caught for the out by the left fielder. So another good contact by number 17, Virtishvili. But it's caught for the out. You can see breaking ball left hanging a bit over the plate. Contact was made and the ball was hit right to where the left fielder was ready with his glove. So we'll be going to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yes, and if Belgium scores 5 more runs, the game might be over.
So it's good motivation for them to save their bullpen a bit, and also, I mean, if they want to score 5 runs, they're going to need a couple of hits. So we'll see how they do. There's already another pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Team Ukraine.
On the other hand, for the home team, for the Czech Republic, it would be good if this game goes on, because they face Ukraine tomorrow. So the more pitchers they use today,
Exactly, the fewer they've got for tomorrow when they'll be facing the Czech Republic at 7 o'clock. Batting now for Belgium, player number 10, the shortstop, Robin Ruvens, who's been playing a pretty good game today defensively. A couple of nice plays at shortstop.
and he's been on base twice with 1 sacrifice fly.
So he's done his part of the work offensively as well, it seems. This is upstairs. And the catcher's going to the mound to talk to the pitcher.
Trying to calm him down. He's probably trying too much. That goes with the age.
Definitely, yeah. A young pitcher like that might get over motivated too much in the game, and that never works in the pitcher's advantage. You just need to stay calm and execute. And essentially do as your catcher tells you. I mean, you're only there to fulfill your catcher's wishes, so to say. Next pitch, a ball. That one's in there for a strike. And that's a walk given up to number 10. That will bring up number 15, Tim Verachtert.
Okay, the pitcher pitching now for Team Ukraine, Ihor Lyubichenko, was also part of the senior team that played in SK Gorka in the end of July.
Good speed, but way upstairs. That one's in there. Count even at 1. That one, this is low. That one misses inside. 3-1 the count now. So here's count on Tim Verachtert. And
That's another walk.
that misses up and in. So back-to-back walks given up by the young Ukrainian pitcher, and in comes the skipper, and he's going to make a pitching change.
He probably doesn't like it too much, but the problem was, in my opinion, he was trying to get the ball to the home plate too fast. I mean, especially with runner on, his time to home plate was 1.3, which is pretty good even for Major League. But sometimes young pitchers have a tendency to forget that their purpose on the mound is to throw strikes, not to be fast to the home plate. There's no defense against walks.
Definitely, yeah, that's the worst part about a walk. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. And I mean, obviously, if you walk a tough batter after a long at-bat, it's better than surrendering a home run or something. But 2 back-to-back walks to start the inning, that's just not really good for your team.
Right, and out of those 2 walks, there were only 2 strikes thrown. So there was no sense for Team Belgium to even take the bat off the shoulder. Yeah, the pitcher is struggling.
So they bring in number 54. That's Andrei Boyko, another very young pitcher.
16 years old.
So, yeah. So gaining some international experience here. I mean, that's obviously part of the point of these under-23 tournaments. I mean, do them to develop your younger players. I mean, not all of them are going to make it into the seniors national team, but it still will give your national squad some depth. More players with international experience, and that's what you want. You want to develop these young guys and give them a chance to get better.
Right. The thing is, if we cannot see into the Ukrainian coaches' heads, but maybe they're throwing away this game already because they change pitchers every now and then.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who knows what their plan is? Maybe they consider Lithuania their opponent in the group. That'll be interesting to see how they do against them. Anyways, we'll be ready to resume play. Batting now, number 17, Lukas Ritzi. Got 2 runners on and none out. And he swings at the first pitch that he saw.
It sometimes might be a good idea because the new pitcher definitely wants to throw you a strike. So I used to call it the welcoming committee.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's somewhere around the zone, and now that one's hit into shallow right center field. The catch.
No.
Wow, is
well,
that
let's see if that was a catch
let's
or
see
not.
About the call. Now, what about that play at second? I think the tag was made. And that's called caught.
That will be interesting.
Yeah, I think the call is that
it was on transfer, probably.
Exactly. Well, we'll get a chance to see it now.
Well, tough call.
Tough
Let's
call,
agree on
definitely.
tough call.
But nobody seems to be arguing. Batting now, number 1, Benjamin Goffal.
Okay, so double play.
So
kind of unusual one.
Down, yeah, and unexpected. That will help the Ukrainians survive into another inning. I mean, now it's basically about trying to get as many at-bats as possible. Maybe put in some pinch hitters. Now this is hit into shallow left field where the catch is made by the left fielder Vladislav Kosenko. So we'll be going to the bottom of
Top of 8th inning.
That will be the top of 8th. Yeah, this was the bottom of 7th. Exactly. So
And we see new pitcher on the mound, number 20.
number 20, that is Kyron V-Mouse, born in 1997. So 20 years old. So they got 7 innings from Drew Janssen. Solid outing, surrendered 3 runs, and might record a win. So we'll be back with more after this.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the 8th inning of this pool play game between Belgium and the Ukraine. Team Belgium are up by a score of 8-3. And they went into the bullpen for the first time in the game. So as we said, they got seven innings off of their starter, Drew Janssen, who might be given the day off tomorrow and be ready to pitch on Wednesday. What do you think?
I don't think he will come back on Wednesday. They will probably save him for later this tournament because he has pitched quite a lot of pitches. If he went, let's say, 40-50 pitches, he might have a chance if they need him to pitch against the Czech Republic. But I would say Belgium would be a little bit deeper in their bullpens than Ukraine. We see another pitcher in the Ukrainian bullpen, so maybe they're just taking this game as a bullpen for the next games that they have to play at this stadium.
So leading off will be number 34, Konstantin Boyko, the first baseman.
And probably the brother of the latest pitcher.
That is right, and they're probably sons of the coach for Team Ukraine. The first pitch to Boyko is strike. So we'll see what this new Belgian pitcher does. Now grounded to third, and that will get away from the third baseman. He didn't get very good read on the bounce. Didn't put his leather on the ball, and that will be ruled an error. So the pitcher is Kyron V-Mouse. Batting now, number 22, Denny Brechko. And the liner to short, and no play at first. So again, pretty good contact, but right to where fielder was standing ready with his glove to make the catch. Batting next, number 44, the catcher, Jantalai. Yevhen Jantalai, born in 1996. First pitch to him misses downstairs and away.
Jantalai today is 0 for 3 with a fly ball to center field and 2 ground balls.
And that's sharp liner and the diving catch, but that was off the ground. I think I could see it from here. However, a terrific defensive play by the center fielder.
Definitely great catch, but right call by the umpire. He was trying to sell it, but
Yeah, good job trying to do that. You can see that here. Well, it's not
from this
very
angle,
telling,
but
yeah.
we can see
the part where he tries
yeah.
to sell it to the umpire, as you should. I mean, good play. Good play. I mean, that would have gotten all the way to the fence and probably allowed at least one runner to score. Well, this angle, but that was too late. Still, great diving catch. As the ball one hops into his glove. That pitch misses downstairs. That's in the zone for strike.
1 and 2, and this batter is 0 for 3. Reached the base on error.
That's Chukas, the shortstop. It's this one foul. And the pitch. 1 and 2. And the out at first is called, even though it did seem to me that he may have been off the bag, but the umpire was right there. So good defensive play by Team Belgium to get out of the inning. So we'll be going to the bottom of the 8th inning. So we'll see if Belgians manage to score the 5 runs they need to.
Okay, let's see then.
Finish the game.
The double play.
Rob Lewis, born in 1998. And is ready to see the first pitch from Boyko, and the first pitch is strike.
High kick by Lewis.
Rob Lewis batting left-handed. That one misses up and away. That one misses inside. That one's in there, much to the dismay of Lewis. I don't think he liked the call very much. Now the Count should be 2-2 on him. That's hit foul. Now the 2-2 delivery. Hit the other way. Foul.
That was pretty close.
Definitely. I don't think the third base umpire saw that. I mean, there's no way you can turn around that quickly, but the home plate umpire had a pretty good view of the situation. That misses up and away. Count should be full, 3-2. Hit foul and out of play. So another 3-2 pitch by Boyko, and a grounder back to Boyko. Picks it up, makes the throw. Long at bat for Rob Lewis. Definitely seems like he could hit for power. Probably won't be the fastest runner on his team.
At the same time, with the mechanics of his swing, he probably will have a little problem with timing because there's too much motion in it.
Yeah, that kick to start off the swing is a bit too long. Now that's a base hit by number 16, and he's going for second, and that would be it. A stand-up double for number 16, Lino Ballardini. He wasted no time, swung at the very first pitch that he saw, sent it down the line for a stand-up double. Of hit. Seems that the left fielder was playing it quite deep, so he made sure that double did not turn into a triple. Batting now number 3, Axel Poesmans. And I think I can already see some members of the Czech team here in the ballpark. I think they'll be ready to start their pre-game warm-up in a bit. That one gets away and allows the runner to move up 90 feet.
And also, I've seen some of the Czech coaches over here because they definitely want to scout their opponents for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
Definitely. So is it usual at this level for teams to have a dedicated scout position?
I wouldn't say so. Usually it's a job of one of the coaches, or 2 of them.
That one's hit foul. Yeah, they'll get a chance to read a bit into their future opponents. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was Axel Poesmans, and now we'll bring up Sam Boulens, number 42, the center fielder, who reached base safely 3 times in this game.
Right, 2 bunts, 2 strikeouts, and a walk.
This could be another good time for a bunt, which would even drive a run in for some insurance, but he swings and hits the ball right to the center fielder. But, well, good for him, finally got pretty good contact. Unfortunately for him, right to where the fielder was. did get a good piece of the ball, so
his coach is probably happy because Sam made some adjustments after 2 strikeouts, which were kind of not very nice, I would say.
yeah,
put it this
definitely
way.
not something that you want to see in your leadoff batter.
And then he got a walk with a foul ball. So he got some piece of the ball, and now he hit the ball.
He hit it quite well, but the outfielder was right where he was supposed to be. So after 8 full innings, Belgium is up by 5 runs by a score of 8-3. We'll be back with the top of the 9th inning after this.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Church of St. Peter and Paul, I believe, in the background. Part of the Brno skyline, if you will. If that's not too big a term for the local town. We're in the top of the 9th inning of this first game of D-pool play between the Ukraine and Belgium, and seems that the Ukrainians are bringing in some pinch hitters as well. It's number 55 batting now. Vladimir Bihak sends a grounder to second, which is fielded by number 17, Lucas Rizzi, for out number 1.
He didn't enjoy his at-bat too long. It's the first pitch.
Exactly, you see the first pitch. Hit it.
Okay, and the new player, number 11.
So that's Bogdan Lewandowski, born in September 2000, so a young player. And that one misses outside. So he's seen 2 pitches already. He's making a better time of his at-bat than his teammate Bihag had done. Oh, it's Bityak, sorry. And that hits him. So that's a walk to number 11. Now it's number 37, Vladislav Kosenko, who's been in the game since it started. And we've got the top of the lineup in Veliki in the on-deck circle, 1 down. And the first pitch to Kosenko misses downstairs. This is high.
Ball number 3.
So 3 balls on Kosenko.
The last 6 pitches were balls. He only threw 1 strike this inning, and that meant an out for.
Yeah, that was Volodymyr Bityak. Pinch hit. So another walk after he hit a batter. He walks the next one, and skipper's coming onto the field. That's Sven Hendricks to talk to his pitcher and catcher, just probably telling them to calm down a bit and just focus on throwing strikes. I mean, there are 2 outs from winning the game. They're up by 5 runs.
Ukraine had only 3 hits in this game,
all you got to do is just throw strikes, obviously not down the middle of the zone, you know, in the corners of the zone, and induce some grounders or fly balls, and just give your teammates a chance to play the out. I mean, you don't have to do it by yourself. And he starts the next batter with a strike.
It's quite interesting. After a timeout, it's more often than not that the pitcher throws a strike. The very first pitch after the coach or the skipper.
Is it because he doesn't want him coming back again?
I don't know. Maybe it is, but usually he calms down and
Yeah, just realizes that his job is to throw strikes. So that's the next pitch. And that's hit foul. 1-2 the count. So now the 1-2 pitch coming up next. Count even at 2 with 1 down and 2 runners on.
trying to keep it down for a possible double play. And there we go.
There we go. That was a pretty close play on at second. Nobody seems to be arguing. Well hit by the batter, but exactly into the glove of the shortstop, who makes the underhand toss to the second baseman who's covering second. We'll take another look at that. And he's frustrated. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. I mean, you hit the ball quite well. You do everything the way you should, and it ends up costing you 2 outs. So that's the end of the first game, brought to you live by Playo.tv, your partner for live broadcasting. In this game, Team Belgium defeated the Ukraine by a score of 8-3. What would you say was the key to this game?
I would say it was the patience of the team from Belgium, and they got rid of the first pitcher. Then the Ukrainian coach decided to go with young guys, with young guns, I would call it. And the team Belgium was very disciplined and were able to hit the ball, even though they were down by 1 run, 3-2. They still had more hits and they had more runners on bases. So it was a matter of time when they will overcome the defense.
Definitely, yeah. Then they had that one strong inning. So they executed well. I think a good start in the tournament for them. Now they're going to have the chance to rest a little before the opening ceremonies, if there is.
We see some highlights from the game.
Oh yeah, that was the leadoff batter. That was his first bunt, I think, or that was the second one.
Second one.
Throw was off,
And the first run, very daring play, but
yeah, you could see, I mean, that he doesn't have the strength in his hand, and yeah, this is the miscue by the first baseman, and that's where the game sort of fell apart for the Ukrainians. This was a good double play by third baseman. Definitely, this was well hit, but it will be caught. So all in all, we've seen some good baseball, good hits, a couple of double plays, a diving play or two. So we definitely have a lot more to look forward to. So we'll be back again in about 2 hours for the evening game between the Czech Republic and Lithuania. That game will be brought to you in the Czech language. I hope you guys don't mind and that you'll be watching us. So that's all from us now. Goodbye.
bye.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Давай, шлемофон.